Next up is apparel for one of life's most rigorous tasks.
Hi Sharks, my name is Caitlin Scholmeyer and I'm here seeking a $200,000 investment in exchange for 5% equity in my company, Lila. Sharks, I want you to picture for a moment that you're doing one of the most physically challenging things that you can imagine. Maybe that's running a marathon or climbing Mount Everest. Picture you're doing it in an immense amount of pain. And now I want you to imagine doing all of that with your butt cheeks hanging out. Yikes. Unfortunately, this is what we expect from pregnant women when they come into the hospital to have their baby. They're handed an itchy, uncomfortable, and revealing hospital gown that makes them feel more like a patient than a person. I knew this needed to change. So introducing the Lila birth gown. A comfortable and accessible hospital gown alternative made to humanize this incredibly important experience by providing both comfort, privacy, as well as accessibility to your medical team when providing necessary medical care. The Lila birth gown opens down the belly for easy placement and adjustment of fetal heart monitors. It opens at the chest for easy access for skin-to-skin or breastfeeding. And it has a low back for the placement of an epidural. What started as a single design created by me just 4 years ago is now an entire line of accessible hospital clothing made for all different types of women with all different types of bodies. So Sharks, who's ready to partner with me on empowering women and improving the journey to parenthood by making it less miserable and more enjoyable? 2 butt cheeks at a time.
2 cheeks at a time, baby.
Sharks in front of.
We are back with another Shark Tank reaction video. I am your host, Dave, a 10-plus year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from patents, copyrights, trademarks, as well as trade secrets. And we get off into the IP thing here a little later. But again, the 3 things that I look for, plus the bonus one, is how simple is it? Looks pretty simple. How effective is it? Now, a lot of times the effectiveness is going to be told by the actual sales as well as the reviews. And again, $200,000 for 5%. It's a $4 million evaluation. So I would imagine that she has some sales on this thing. And then the market. What's the market like? As she put it, it's a lot of pregnant women, and it's a lot of pregnant women going to the hospital. So it's definitely a market for it. And again, from my understanding, it's an untapped market. I haven't kind of been to the hospital in a while. However, from what I see, you have the typical gowns, which again, it seems like they're not as comfortable, or it's not as kind of applicable, if you will, for pregnant women. So this can be something here, to be honest with you. This can be something. Then intellectual property. Are you protecting an intellectual property? And this is kind of where I want to spend a little bit more time on this particular one. Typically, when these people do the business owners do the pitches, I actually look at the database. Do they have a trademark? Do they not have a trademark? Not only am I not seeing a particular trademark, for the type of, this type of device in terms of hospital gowns, things of that sort. Seems like it is some other Lila trademarks. Now, maybe one of these are hers, although the owners, Joseph Cleary, seems like it's not her. They have it for compression garments for athletic and non-medical use. So that doesn't seem like it's her. However, I'm not seeing her with any trademark protection. Now, I can be mistaken on it, or just kind of escaping me, or it's not showing up in the test database, which is where all the trademarks for the United States Patent and Trademark Office are housed. And I'm not seeing anything. Chloe named the t-shirts, sweatshirts, especially for kind of this particular application. So that's interesting. So to the extent that, Lila, you're watching this and you haven't filed for a trademark, you may want to kind of get on that. Again, I'm not sure how successful you will be, because it's a lot of Lilas out there for kind of clothing and things of that sort, but kind of you never know. So again, this intellectual property, and this is the whole point of the show, this IP is extremely valuable, and we need to be taking steps to protect it. So that's kind of all I have before I get back to the actual video and see whether or not she gets a deal. Please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have in patents. I'm not seeing anything that's kind of lets me know that she'll be able to get a patent on this thing, but that may change as we kind of go through the video. So let me know what you guys think. Let's see if she gets a deal. Let's go.
You have some samples.
It's very soft. It feels very nice.
Thank you.
This is nice.
And you did,
It is nice.
you did think of all attention to detail.
I
And
did.
You did a nice job.
Thank you.
Where are you selling?
I sell predominantly online, direct to consumer. That's all of our business.
Through your website.
Through my website, yes.
It's a $4 million valuation, correct?
Well, that means you must have some sales.
Yeah, so lifetime sales of the company is at 7 million.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
What are you going to do this year?
So last year we did 2.5. This year we're on track for 2.7.
So why don't you talk to us about what profit will be in this calendar year?
We were expecting 10%.
What's your background? Is it in clothing, or how did you create this?
So I'm actually a nurse by trade. I've worked in maternal health my entire adult life. Became a doula, and that's when I designed the gown, and now I'm a certified nurse midwife. But then when I was pregnant with my twins, I ended up posting a TikTok video, and it ended up going viral. And then I posted another one about the gown, and that one went even more viral. My twins were born early, and then I launched my business from the NICU. I sold out of 2,500
Wow.
pre-orders in less than 2 hours.
That's incredible. What a
work.
story.
Do you know what your customer acquisition cost is now?
Yes, it's $4.50.
That is fabulous.
So look, I've had 3 kids. I 100% see the need for this, but you have to have so much competition.
I don't have a lot of competition. We're
Really?
actually, every other company is either making a gown that's not accessible or like a robe that's not really a birth gown. And as a nurse, I can't get to your back.
What are your margins?
So we have a gross profit margin of 40%, net profit 10%, and I sell them for $69.99.
Are you planning on going to retail, maternity retail, or not?
Yes, I'm direct to consumer now, 100%. I have such a huge growth opportunity going into retail,
What
going into
retail?
wholesale.
Because every single maternity store in Austin, Texas, Dallas has shut down. Nordstrom stopped
Really?
carrying all maternity. It's
Really?
basically
Why?
all moved online. I don't know.
I would say a lot of people are going to Target now for their maternity
Target?
clothes.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be at Target with that price point, are you?
69.
I'm hoping that I can. So
How many SKUs do you have?
we have about 200.
What?
200
So
SKUs.
wait a minute, wait a
200
minute.
SKUs?
So
Wow.
Whoa.
Why do you have so many SKUs?
We have the most size-inclusive birth clothing brand on the market. So we've got 4 different sizes. We've got 5 different styles of birth gown. And then we've got 10 different base colors.
That leads me to say you must be sitting on a good amount of inventory.
We are sitting on a good amount of inventory.
How much is it? Because that's what could kill you. 200 SKUs. Oh my
We've
goodness.
intentionally built up our inventory because of the tariffs, and also because this year our next step was to go into retail. But we have, a total of 800,000 in inventory. Again, a lot of that was
Wow.
intentional.
Caitlin, where do most women buy their pregnancy clothes when they're about to give birth? I would answer that question if you asked me in a hospital retail store. Am I way off?
Way
You
off.
mean the clothes that they wear during labor?
During labor.
You pack your bag before you go in. You're prepared. You have your
Including the
gown.
gown.
You know what you're wearing, right?
Okay, you can tell by my question, I don't really know the market.
Yeah.
And I like to think one of the values I add to entrepreneurs is I've lived a long road. I can tell them where to go, what the market's going to look like. I'm not the shark for you. Congratulations. It's not for me. I'm out.
Thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
And as Robert goes out, I do want to bring it back on myself. Number one, I think I call her Lila. That's the name of the actual gown. Her name is Caitlin. So I apologize for that. But again, she's making money, $7 million lifetime sales over the past, this year, as well as last year, doing over $2.5 million each year, 10% gross profit margin. So she's going to make $200,000, almost $300,000 this year based off of her sales. And again, I love the fact that she's a nurse. Again, go check out the ebook, Got IP, which is kind of shows you how you can get ideals for your business. And one of those things is, hey, have an understanding of, based on your profession, what's gaps in the market. She's a nurse. She seemed like she kind of saw a gap in the market, created a product, and next thing you know, she has, 4 years later, $7 million worth of lifetime sales. So kind of shouts out to her on that. Seems like $69.99 seems pretty expensive for kind of what I'm looking at is a gown. So I will give that to the Sharks. 200 SKUs, that is kind of crazy. But again, some people like it, some people don't. I don't personally believe it's right or wrong way to kind of look at that. Again, Sharks seems like from past episodes, they don't really like having a ton of SKUs. However, I've seen that a lot. One that comes to mind was Legit Kits, where he had hundreds of kind of different SKUs to provide to customers, and they didn't like it. But I interviewed him. And he not only liked it, but he said that the customers want it and they buy it. So Again, the SKU is 200, even though they didn't, Sharks didn't like it. I still think that's not too big of a problem. Now, a lot of inventory on hand, 800,000. Shit, a lot of that was intentional, given the tariffs and other things. That's crazy still to me that $69.99 is the price point. It seems like if you can get this thing down to $49.99, even $39.99, you still have a ton of some good margin. Man, $70 for a gown. But again, man, when you're talking about kids and comfort and all that stuff, I guess you can't put a price tag on that. So let me know what you guys think after Robert goes out. We still have 4 more Sharks. Something tells me that Mr. Wonderful and Damon is not probably going to be it. So it's going to either be Lori or the guest Shark. So let's go to it and see if Caitlin gets a deal. Let's go.
I'm also impressed your CAC is $4.50. That means this is a perpetually profitable business, direct to consumer only. I think you're insane to go into retail. I would never join you in that journey. You will become unprofitable within 90 days, and the returns will be brutal, and you'll actually probably go out of business. So
No, oh my God.
I'm pretty sure you go to
Come on,
zero.
it's a good
if you
idea.
go into
That's
retail.
so depressing,
Yeah,
Kevin.
it's true. I'm 100% right. I'm not in. I'm out. Thank
so
you.
100% wrong.
I mean, rude.
Caitlin, don't listen to him.
I speak the truth. You're going to
You
say nice things to her,
speak-
but
I
you're
don't
not going to
even
give her a
know what you
dime.
speak.
Did you know she's a zero?
No,
Jeez.
no. And there's something wrong over there. Let's ignore it. Here's what I think. Number one, I love that you created a new marketplace for something where there was a gap, right? And you filled it at the
just said
hardest
that.
of times. So I love that about you. And while I think it is fabulous and perfect for the marketplace that you are filling, just for me, it's just not something that I feel passionate about. On this one, I'm sorry, I have to pass. I'm out. But you've done a phenomenal job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Damon?
Well, I want to apologize for my fellow Shark, Kevin,
Yes.
because
No
knowing
apologies needed. The truth is always the truth.
I was going to give you a hard time because of the 5% offer, but your numbers prove it that it's worth that. I'm pleasantly surprised. However, 200 SKUs, thinking about going to retail, I've been through this nightmare. I can't help you on this journey. I'm out.
I really sympathize with your journey. I was standing there 7 years ago, pregnant.
You have so many things that can help this company bring it to the next level. There's so much so much growth opportunity here. And
There's
without
a
retail,
lot of
even
growth
with wholesale.
opportunity, but why was there not a lot of growth from 24 to 25?
I'll tell you why. This is on me. I went to midwifery school. I was in graduate school full time for 3 out of the last 4 years.
Look, this is a fantastic product, but I just don't think it's the right product for me to invest in at this point. So I'm so sorry, but I am out.
Shame on you for encouraging her to go into retail.
He called me an apple cider vinegar roach, 9 months pregnant. I was standing right there, and look where I am now.
did?
So do not let this get you down in anything you
At
said.
all.
You have a fantastic, fantastic idea and business.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Caitlin.
Good luck.
I appreciate Kevin's feedback, and honestly, it probably will affect my decision of whether or not to go into retail, so I appreciate that. I wish that I could have taken that feedback and taken his hand as a partner at the same time, but, that just wasn't in the cards for me.
Man, shouts out to Caitlin. And again, this is one of the other benefits of going to Shark Tank, not just because you get a chance to potentially get a deal with the Sharks or get to have your product blasted out to millions of people worldwide, but just getting that feedback from experts, from really people who've made hundreds of millions of dollars in their lifetime through various businesses. And that's one of the great things about being an entrepreneur in today's game. You don't have to go to retail. This is not like 20, 30 years ago where you had to go to Costco or Walmart or Target to be successful. In 2025, you can have a DTC business and make a ton of money as she's doing. And I know a lot of people still want to go to retail. However, just being able to kind of make some tweaks with regard to the business and kind of continue to expand or grow your DTC reach. A lot of times it's probably the way to go compared to having to deal with shelf space and these kind of logistic fees that you have to do with kind of going into retail. So I actually probably agree with Mr. Wonderful and his point about kind of not going to retail because it can kind of bleed you dry and make it such that you're not profitable. Again, she had a business that's 4 years old and she's making $300,000. Now, like I said, I don't necessarily like the price point, but I mean, again, she's crushing it. She's a killer, and $4 million valuation with kind of $2.7 million in revenue. She has something on her hands. So those are kind of my thoughts. Let's kind of pull up the website here before we get you guys up out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That was an interesting one. I'm still not sure what to make of the trademark. Again, as I'm looking at the website, she has Lila right here. I don't see the R in a circle, which kind of is saying that it's not registered. But again, maybe I missed it on the USPTO database. To the extent that I didn't miss it, Caitlin, yeah, let me know if it's registered. The trademark, the name is registered as a trademark. Let me know that. I didn't find it, but that doesn't mean it's not registered. There you have it. $89.99. Oh, that's for the bag. Seems like you have a Christmas version. And typically, you'll find the patent information at the bottom. I'm not seeing any. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. So I'm not sure if she has a patent on this. I would probably say not. I didn't see anything that kind of made it kind of patentable from that aspect of things. But again, she still has a great business and making a ton of money. And hey, she's going to be around for a long time. So shouts out to Caitlin. Hopefully you audience members, you guys enjoyed this one. Man, we were 1 for 1. Now we're 1 for 2. Didn't get a deal. Hopefully we can kind of get back on track in this next pitch and kind of they can get a deal or at least get an offer and kind of we get back on track with things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.